The century changed, but the shadow stayed. In the heart of Mississippi, cotton still crowned its fields, and the bulls still owned the courthouse. The decade of marches began in 1965, when the world saw the bridge at Selma darken under troopers' batons. From those blows came the Voting Rights Act, signed in August that year, inked with the bruises of a people who refused to kneel again. The serpent adjusted quickly. It learned to speak in new tongues: zoning, policy, red line. But its purpose was ancient: to keep breath under ledger. Yet the congregation gathered anyway. Across the Delta, in churches made of tin and faith, voices rose. They sang, "Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round," and the song became their constitution. Teachers and field hands, preachers and students, they called their doctrine love and practiced it like science. For every law that limited them, they built a school. For every cross that burned, a new hymn was born. Their pulpits became dispatches of spirit, their prayer lines, telegraphs of hope. That was the true doctrine of the faith, the belief that justice could be lived even when it was not yet written. The old plantations had changed their names, but not their hunger. In Sugarland, Texas, and through the Gulf's cane country, the ghosts of convict leasing still worked the fields. When in 1910, the massacre came to Slocum, Texas, and an entire black settlement was erased, the ground itself became an altar. By the time the 20th century ripened into its middle years, the same soil bore both the memory of the lash and the promise of deliverance. Every note of the blues, every shout in a Sunday choir, was a sermon to that dual inheritance. By the 1930s and 40s, migration carried the spirit north. People followed rails to Chicago, Detroit, Harlem, carrying the South inside them like a Bible wrapped in cloth. Factories became their new plantations, jazz and gospel their new scripture. The bull counted production. The covenant counted children who could read. And when the century reached its storm, Mississippi again became the measure of the nation. 1965 was not the end of struggle, but its transformation. In the same year that faith met fire hoses, preachers and organizers redefined religion as action. They said that belief without justice was blasphemy, and they marched until that truth was written into law. In 1968, the dreamer who had given words to the movement was shot in Memphis, yet his echo filled the world. It was the echo of Jamestown reversed, not conquest, but conscience. Each sentence can be long if the input requires it, but must not exceed 30 words. If a sentence is longer, split it into 2 or more natural sentences without altering the content.